I talked about this a little while ago and how we could do a pre-Black Friday sale where you don't have that dip prior to Black Friday. You can go out and say that you're going to give the exact same deal plus 5%. So it's better for them 1 week or 2 weeks out to buy the product at during that time period.
Lunch with Noor, lunch with Noor, lunch with Noor, lunch with Noor.
Hey everyone, it's Norm Farrar, aka the Beard Guy here, and welcome to another Lunch with Norm, the e-commerce and Amazon FBA podcast. Today we talk about Black Friday, a special episode. We don't have any guests except for Kelsey and myself. We'll be taking live questions. We're going to be going over the trends we saw on Black Friday, what we can do post Black Friday, and what to prepare in the new year. So welcome to another Lunch with Norm, the e-commerce and Amazon FBA podcast.
Lunch with Noor, lunch with Noor, lunch with Noor, lunch with Noor.
All right. So today, like I mentioned, we're going to be talking about what's happening. How are things going? How are things going fourth quarter? Some trends that we're seeing, just a little bit of everything. Plus, we're going to be taking some live questions. But before we get started, if you have any comments, I'd like to see them over in the comment section. Or if you have the questions, just post it over there and we'll get to it right away. Before we get started with any of the questions or answering any of the questions, we quick our sponsor. This episode is brought to you by ClearAds. Looking to maximize your Amazon ads ROI? Well, whether you need full service or just one or two services, ClearAds Amazon advertising experts drive outstanding results across the Amazon marketplace. With over 9 years of experience, their Amazon PPC managers have helped thousands of companies to drive down their cost of sales and scale up their revenue, profits, and orders. And with their unrivaled Amazon DSP expertise, ClearAds DSP services are tailored to your brand. You really can't go wrong. Get in touch today with ClearAds' dedicated team by visiting the link in the description or visiting clearads.co.uk. And remember, more sales, better ROI, incredible growth. Check out ClearAds today. Let's bring the boy wonder on, or blunder on, and let's get talking.
All right. So, good to see everyone as well. Rad, Luke, Ionit. It's great to see you. Thank you for joining on this Black Friday special. So if you do have questions about selling on Black Friday, or would like to share your experiences so far, maybe your expectations, and what you're seeing right now. But it's going to be great. And Luke's saying we appreciate you for this and looking forward to your journey. Yes, it's going to be fun. I'm sure there's going to be ups and downs, but it's going to be
there
a lot of fun.
Been many downs.
Yeah. So if you're just joining us, we're kind of making our big announcement about we're kind of looking at doing some deals and working with brands and trying to become kind of an influencer on the buyer side. So similar to what Gracie Rybeck is doing. So if you are interested in sending us your product that we can promote, let us know. You can just email me, k@lunchwithnorm.com. But
she's been, I will say that we did try a product and it came up with the idea, and Kelly gave me the challenge. Can you get to 100,000 followers from zero? I accepted it, stupidly enough. But anyways, Gracie has been awesome, and thank you. And Mayan has also helped out. So just wanted to give a quick shout out to those people, as well as John Shea. Him coming on and him talking a bit more about another way for you as an Amazon seller to make some money and to use the services of these other influencers and show you how to make money through them. So I think it's so bloody important that we take a look at that, especially now that the Amazon playing field, it's getting tough to be on an Amazon playing field, except if you're doing something different. And I think a lot of people are talking about this. Very few people are doing it. And I really hope that the time energy that we spend and the money that we spend doing this, that you're going to be able to learn from it and take advantage of it. And again, I really want to emphasize that no, we're not trying to sell anything here. You will not find a course. You're not going to find anything except free content on how to work with influencers and how to become an influencer. So again, this is all for you guys.
All right, awesome. So enough about that. We're going to be jumping into about Black Friday, and we got our first question. So like I said, if you do have questions, let us know. We're going to be live for the next 45 minutes-ish. So yeah, let us know how your experience is. And from Luke, one question. In your experience, do you find Black Friday or Cyber Monday better for Amazon sales? And I guess if so, what are those margins? What do they look like? What kind of expectations do you have for it?
Luke, if you can just clarify something. Are you talking about compared to other platforms or Shopify platforms? Are you talking that Amazon is the best platform for for Black Friday and Cyber Monday? Just clarify that for me.
Okay, and then it looks like this is his first Black Friday as a seller. So Norm, I'm going
Awesome.
to ask you, how was your first Black Friday? What were your first expectations going into it, and how did you do on your very first one?
Well, don't forget, back then things were completely different, right? You could sell almost anything, and with some of the products that I had and some of the products I was working with, right off the gate, right out of the gate, I ended up partnering with a bunch of brands that they couldn't sell on Amazon, or they were doctors, or they were, had professions that they wanted to concentrate on. So I was helping out build their brand. And some of them were incredible. But I will tell you, there's a brand I was indirectly involved with that I learned a lot from. Young guys, they were exceptionally talented with Facebook and Facebook ads. And they grew a company within a couple of years to, I believe it was $19 million. So very, very interesting company. And they did it on their own. And it was on their site and somewhat through Amazon. I came on to Amazon to help them out. That's where my involvement came. But one of the big reasons they failed at this, there was two. One is that they didn't consider all the fees, and they sold. This is the one I was telling you about. If you've listened to the podcast a few times, they sold $750,000 worth of product over Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and they lost money. So they didn't take into consideration the total amount, and they didn't work their numbers. They just were going for sales. Now, to this day, I don't know if they were really going for brand recognition or if they just didn't know their numbers. These were bright guys. And anyway, the other thing that I saw them do is they had 180,000 people on their mailing list. And what did they do at that time? They sent all like emails to drive traffic over to Amazon. And they had I think, going by memory, I think they had a 43% conversion rate. And by the time their email campaign kicked off for that period of time, it went down to a 0.08 conversion rate, which killed them. And like one of the deals we had was, don't do anything on Amazon without letting me know. Well, they didn't let me know, and they paid the price for it. So going back to my own personal Black Friday sales, they were great. We probably could have done better because we didn't know the extent of what we would see. So we kind of were light on marketing. We learned more and more about Black Friday and when to start advertising for it and how to start. And it's evolved over the years because it could have been just, putting out a lightning deal. Back in the day, there was no PPC. So we didn't even have to worry about PPC way back. So when I first got started, then it started to evolve. The lightning deals were around, so you could use those, and they weren't expensive at all. So that was one area. Some people were driving external traffic, but a lot of it was just organic. It was just SEO, like optimizing your listing, which we did very well. So we got sales, some better than others, but exceptional compared to if I were to take the same products and try to do it today with the same strategy. Now today we have a lot of other things going for us. We want to build up our follower base. So you hear Ali and Sumner Hobart talk about building up your posts. They came and they showed evidence how you could build it up and how you could build your follower base. Amazon has told us they want to have us build a community. You can do this on Amazon Live. You can do this through your storefront. You could drive traffic over to your storefront and just hit have a red arrow going follow. There's a lot of things that we can do. And then guess what? Prior to the Black Friday, so it's evolved from the no PPC to strictly organic traffic. Now you've got it where there's tons of PC, and Amazon just sucks the money out of most sellers because they don't do it properly. And they want sales, so they overbid and they lose. They lose because they're trying to get something that's not achievable, and they're overbidding on it. And it's just they're either bidding on wrong keywords or they're going against a fairly large brand. Anyways, I know Tim Jordan and I talk about this when we were having our private label Legion talks, and it was we don't really do anything too different. We don't raise our bids. We actually lower our bids. And then that's for the first third. Second third of the day, we'll bring it up a bit. And the last third of the day, anyways, for me, Tim just kept it straight. But for me, I would bring up my bids so that I could take advantage of the people who ran out of inventory. So that's one of the things. Nowadays, I do things even further. Just a sec. I got a bit of a frog here. Let me just grab a drink of my Coke Zero, now a sponsor. No, just joking. All right, nowadays, we can look into driving external traffic, and we can also talk about pre and post Black Friday sales. So, and this could either be achieved by using your follower base, using the email base that we talk about and how to gather that over the period of a year. And then you could blast it out. I talked about this a little while ago and how we could do a pre-Black Friday sale where you don't have that dip prior to Black Friday. You can go out and say that you're going to give the exact same deal plus 5%. So it's better for them 1 week or 2 weeks out to buy the product during that time period. So these are a few things that you can do. You can also, a lot of people think, oh, you can't do that on press releases. Yes, you can. You can promote your Black Friday sales on a press release. You can't show in the images that there's a sale going on, but you can definitely show. And if you're like most of the time, you can't talk first person, but you can in quotes. So you could talk about your Black Friday sale in quotes, talking about we have put together this incredible blah, 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 blah. So those are a few things that you could talk about. And you can also promote that on your website. And if you're using Google My Business or Google Business Profile, you can put a link to your Black Friday sales in the signature of your Gmail. And every time you send that out, you get indexed. So there's so many things that you can do that are different than my original Black Friday sales and the blunders that I saw a lot of people having.
Okay, great. So I was going to mention too. Okay, so I'll just say my comment first and then ask you a follow-up question to that. But I do want to share with our Beard Nation that if you go to our Facebook group, the Entrepreneur Amazon FBA and e-commerce collective, we do have a special post where you can post your products promotion for Black Friday if you want to put it in the comment sections, or if you just see a great deal and you want to share it to the Beard Nation, go ahead. You can copy the link and paste it in this one post that's on the Facebook group. So feel free to do that. you're allowed to promote your own product. That's totally fine. Or if it's your friends, whatever. It's Black Friday. We just want to show as many people as we can, and hopefully there might be some interest in our Beard Nation to help you guys out. But also, so my follow-up question was that you mentioned mistakes. What mistakes did you see or have you seen maybe this year that people do that you think they could fix?
Well, it's still, we've talked about it a million times. And one of the things is not taking action. So taking action in the form of driving traffic to get followers. So you can build up your follower base, just like I was talking about. And it's so bloody easy when you go live that your promotion, you could talk about a promotion. You can add a promotional coupon and everybody gets notified. So again, this is something we're going to be showing people as part of the Lunch with Norm Deals program, but how to do this. And just simply by adding a coupon, it'll go out. All of your followers are going to see it. I'm going to try to get 2,000 followers at least on Amazon Live to show you exactly the power of what you can do. And I'll give some examples, but getting to that level. And if you do it right, so our knife company that we work with, they started to go out and they started to do this live. They started to recruit a culinary company to provide recipes for them, which they could use for their posts. And they recruited them to go live on Amazon. So an Amazon live performance providing recipes using the knives and the cooking utensils that this company has. So they're going to get tons of followers. And even within, I think the first 6 months of doing this, they got about 700 followers. So it went really well for them. And they're just going to continue to do this and build it up. Now, anytime you go live or anytime you have a promotion, your followers get that. If you go out and you use, what's it called? Oh, come on. It's one of the new services that they have, but it's an email that you could blast out. You could have Amazon blast an email about a promotion that you're having, and it's to your repeat customers and it's to your followers. Very easy to do. We've talked about this new part of brands that you can just go in, simply type in your ASIN and pump, just hit the submit button, and you'll have a simple generated email that should be able to provide sales from repeat customers. There's going back to our Google business profile. There's so many ways that you can use that. And if you're not using Google business profile, so here's the deal. 4% of bricks and mortar companies are using Google business profile. That's companies. Now, think of the brands. I can't give you an accurate percentage, but is it 1%? Is it 0.01%? Is it 0.001%? Brands are not taking advantage of this. They think it's only for bricks and mortar. And the power that you can get from Google Business Profile. And I got to get, Kelsey, you have to remind me to get Craig Darling back on to talk about this in more detail. But anyways, that's a big mistake. If you're not using the power of Google to rank your product and index your product on Amazon, Shopify, or Walmart, you're missing out big time. And it's great for adding content, just content. One of the things organically that a lot of people aren't doing. So we've launched a product. We told everybody last couple weeks, 3-4 weeks back, that we launched, actually it was 20 products. No, it was 22 products. And the first thing that we did was build up a website with a ton of content. And one of the guests that we had on came on, SEO expert, looked at it and said, what are you doing? How are you getting all this organic traffic to your site? How are you ranking on Google with a brand new product, like so extensively? And it was all content. We have high quality, we spent money on this, high quality content, put it on, And then we're building out a system where people can, let's say we're talking about a specific type of candle or soap. We can talk about it or talk about olive oil. And then if you want olive oil based soaps, you can click here. And then it tells a little bit about the company. And then there's a pop-up on the exit. And this drives people over to the shop. But we don't promote the shop first. We promote the quality of the article. Google ends up loving it, and we put it on to Google My Business and Google Business Profile, and it gets indexed immediately. We do that with press releases. We do this high quality content. We do that with images, which leads me, and videos, and this leads me to social proof. You need to get testimonials. And you can put testimonials on there, and you can set out a link to get reviews on Google so people can trust you. You become the authority. They look at it and they can see that you've got quality products. It's like Trustpilot. It's the same sort of thing. But the other part to this is don't forget about the influencers. I know it could be a tough, it could be an arduous task going out and trying to find the right influencers with the right personality for you, but don't give up on that. I would reach out. I would try to find the nano, micro, in that range, influencers, get plenty of them, and start promoting. We went one step further. We went to a documentary filmmaker who, and this was luckily, but we went to a documentary filmmaker who was doing a project with Tesla about electric cars and using green energy to go from Alaska to Argentina, all with his Tesla. And we ended up sponsoring and getting them to stop along the way and get these incredible, absolutely incredible picture worth, I don't know how much we would pay for it. But anyways, those are the high quality images that we have and the people that we wanted in place and the diversity of the people that we went from Alaska all the way through the coast, California, into Central America. We're almost halfway through it now, but every week we're getting new pictures that we paid for, but it is going to go a long way for the quality of what our product is all about. Another thing, as important, but people set it up wrong, is get behind a cause. If you promote with your logo all over it and you look like you're a phony, you're going to come off as a phony. If you just talk about the cause, what you believe in, and you might put it in your insert so you can show it, but the link that you're going to is not something you're promoting with your logo on. Like, send it back to the charity or the organization, and that speaks volumes. You don't have to put your logo on it, and you don't have to be a phony trying to do it. You have to really believe in that. That's another big area where people are missing out on, another mistake people make. But the last mistake for Black Friday, and it sounds like it's the obvious, but it's just your listing again. Going back, there are so many areas that we've talked about that people forget about. And manage documents. That's one area people completely forget about. Frequently asked to pick together, forget about. Instant digital coupon, forget about. Going down and answering the questions, like we talked with Mark Casey the other day, making sure that you put the keywords in there. You can, without breaking TOS. One of the questions could be about one of your competitors, or is it similar to your competitors? Okay, you can get away with that and answer that, but that's an area. Getting the reviews, and now getting the reviews naturally, and usually if you have a really good, high quality, optimized listing with a great customer experience, you're going to find between 4, maybe 5% organic reviews. So you don't need to buy. And you don't buy reviews, but organic reviews. And just remind the person, like, you can go to Sellerize, who has an app for this, or you could use just Google or Amazon's request for a review. No problems requesting for a review. It's how it's laid out. I got just 3 weeks ago, I bought this fitness program, or this fitness program, right? This fitness product. And an insert came in 2 weeks later, and it said, if you like our product, click here and give us a review. If you didn't, send us an email. And then they followed that up by saying, we'll give you a $30 Amazon gift card if you leave us a review. Okay, wrong person to tell that to. Wasn't impressed. And, I believe in karma. So I didn't take too much, but I'm sure there's a lot of people, Amazon sellers, that would have easily sent that back over to Amazon and to get these guys banned for life. You can't do that. And you'll pay the price. Just just create a really good quality, optimized listing. Okay, spoke enough about that.
Okay, all right. Well, there we go. Hope you guys enjoyed that little rant.
That's what happens when you just have me as a guest.
Yeah, that's great though. Yeah, let us know if you found that, if you learned something new. Give us a thumbs up, and yeah, we'll continue with the question. So Luke did respond. So the question was, one question in your experience, do you find Black Friday or Cyber Monday better for Amazon sales? And his follow-up, Amazon was the question for one day versus the other, but I would like the knowledge of Amazon versus Shopify.
Okay, so and I'm going to stretch that out even to Walmart. So all Black Friday sales, it's Black Friday. People expect sales. People expect to buy things. So when Tim and I were talking about this, a few months ago or last year at this time, it was, they're going to come to your site anyways to buy. So you can go on and you can drive traffic over, but you don't necessarily have to run a sale. And I know for a fact he doesn't change his prices. I'm off and on with that. I'll give an instant coupon, or I'll show maybe a discount of some sort, but you don't necessarily have to, drop your price too low to get sales, because people are expecting it, especially if it's a good product. I know with one of our premium products, we don't drop the product, the cost. And because it's a premium product, this is the beauty of high-end premium products. People just want the product. And on these days that buyers want to buy, they'll go and buy it. And I know, like last Black Friday on this one particular product, we're double the cost of anybody else on Amazon. And we had an incredible Black Friday sale and Cyber Monday. In fact, while everybody else's sales are seeming to, like in normal categories or even in the lower quality product that other competitors were doing, our sales were doubling, and we were killing it during what I would call, an economic downturn. So anyways, people with money will have money, and people with money want to buy good quality products for pets, babies, you name it. So that's why you don't necessarily have to drop your price too low. It's nice. And going back to the question, Luke, yes, for the most part, you'll see a bump in sales. If you don't see a bump in sales, it's probably for, it's probably not a niche that people want or people need during the holiday season. I always try to position myself to get that extra bump. I'll change the images. I might put a bow on it. I might show that the product's giftable. You could try to target the words, targeting more of a gift product or gift box or gift set for men, for women, for babies, whatever it is. And that could give you a bump in sales. But if you're just letting it go and you're running it straight organic, doing absolutely nothing, I've seen increases in sales. If you're running the lightning deals, or if you're running any other type of deal and you're bringing it in from Facebook or Instagram or TikTok, you could, are you guys hearing me? My screen keeps going blank.
No, we can hear you. I think you are cutting out a little bit throughout, but overall
okay.
you're okay.
Okay. So anyways, yes, you will see a bump. If you don't see a bump, you got to reach out to the community, because everybody should be seeing some extra sales today for sure, whether it's on sale or not. And going
Okay.
back to the platforms. So Amazon is definitely my main platform. However, you should check out Walmart, and you should be looking at Walmart, and you should be looking at PPC on Walmart because it's cheaper, and it's a platform that more and more people are looking at, and they're welcoming this sort of stuff, and even over to your Shopify site. But for external traffic, and this is some tips that I picked up by going to events. So this is Goer. And so Goer Chaudhry was on, and I met him at an event in Toronto, and he was starting to pick up on Twitter ads again, saying how inexpensive they were and how he was getting a really incredible ROI. And he came onto the podcast and he started talking about Pinterest and his incredible ROI on that. And I think he did have a course on it as well, but a training. I don't know if it was extensive or not, but he sent us over to a course, but learning how to work with Pinterest, learning how to work with YouTube. But Pinterest and Twitter were two platforms that were getting results. Those would be platforms that I'd be looking at to drive some traffic, as well as the standards. But I probably put a bit more time and energy experimenting with those two prior to Black Friday. And then if it was working, I'd be doubling up on it or trying to see exactly how much traffic I could drive from those two platforms.
All right. Okay. Awesome. So let me see. We've got another question coming in, and also.
Do we have to go to?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
Also, are we doing a Wheel of Kelsey today?
Well, now that you painted me into a corner here, yeah, you know what? So Wheel of Kelsey, let's go ahead and do. Afalabi doesn't know any of this. He's probably sitting around eating bonbons today. So let's just give away one of the three items that he normally gives away. So that's Tariff Terminator. That's worth $400. A year, either a year pallet. So that's free of charge, or his inventory management system for a month. That's $400. And anybody who's ever seen this inventory system, so it's like a supply chain management system that he basically takes over and manually works with the client on. Anybody who's ever seen it loves it and is worth it. Now, this is for a medium to larger seller, but even if you're a smaller seller, it's great to learn from and see what actually happens. And that's worth $400 as well a month, but it's for 1 month to as a giveaway. So any of those three, let's do a Wheel of Kelsey. Again, I'm not sure how many people are going to be on the Black Friday version, but if you are and you want one of those three, please join the Wheel of Kelsey. And why don't we do this? Why don't we also give away one of these valuable Lunch with Norm bugs with M&Ms?
Okay, sounds good. So you heard the beard, hashtag Wheel of Kelsey to enter today. So just write that in the comments. If you tag two people, that's with the @ symbol and two people's names. Yeah, you're good to go. And let me see. So the three services are, again, the Tariff Terminator, which will help, Honu will look at your tariffs and see if you're in the correct tariff.
That could be worth tens of thousands of dollars. And he just talked at an event where he saved a company $16,000 by this tariff terminator. So it's worth 400. That's what it would be on the site, but it's so valuable if your tariff code is wrong.
Yes, and then a 1 month of inventory management or 1 year for a pallet of storage at the 3PL warehouse. So get that in, and we'll run over to a read from the sponsor.
I want to thank Jeff Schick Legal for sponsoring this episode of Lunch with Norm. You've probably heard on the podcast about Amazon suspensions. They're very real. It can happen at any time. And when it does happen, how do you get out of it? How does the little guy like you and me get out of these suspensions without paying an arm and a leg in legal fees? This is where Jeff Schick Legal is here to help. For a very low monthly retainer, for only $89, get access to Amazon attorney Jeff Schick. That's right. You can sit back, relax, enjoy that cup of coffee while listening to the Lunch with Norm podcast, knowing that you have an advocate and a partner in your business success. But wait, just mention Lunch with Norm and receive 50% off the first 2 months. Get the protection you need and visit jeffschick.com today. That's JEFFSCHICK.com. Now let's get back to the show.
Just talk about Jeff for a second. The service that he provides, I can't express more the importance of it. This happened yesterday. So the lady that we met at the Trellis event that was having some problems with her product, she spent $4,000 trying to get something resolved. And I said, well, you should talk to Jeff and see if he can help. And it wasn't resolved. And so we were talking, maybe she's listening today, Zuli. But anyways, Jeff is $89 a month. And that's your retainer. I don't know about you, but I've tried, just a sec, sorry guys. And I haven't even had a cigar, but I've tried retaining lawyers before, and there's some great ones that we work with here on the show. There's some great ones that sponsor the show, but to be able to have an Amazon incident that comes up and you have a retained lawyer that'll come and stick up for you, and it's $89 a month. So let's say you do nothing and it's $1,000. That's a deal and a half, again, I'm not trying to sell a service, but I'm a true believer in what he does. And when I first met him during the Mexico trip, I couldn't believe it. First of all, that something like that was $89. And then second of all, I said, you've got an absolute winner. I can't see why 100% of Amazon sellers aren't using your service. So anyways, it's a plug for Jeff because I love his service.
And he's a great guy. He's
he's a great guy.
He's very nice, and it was great meeting him at the Mexico trip too. Okay, and I can see some Wheel of Kelsey's coming in. So we got Jack.
Formerly Dick. So he's won a few Wheel of Kelsey's before.
Yeah, Rad and Chuck. Thank you for all the entries. And let's jump over to a question from Ionit. So I was not accepted for the Black Friday deals, but I reduced my price with 8% and got similar red badge as the Black Friday one. What should I expect?
Well, I think I kind of half answered this. You'll see an uptick probably in your sales. And what I would take advantage of is the uptick. So you're seeing sales that are coming in. I would definitely reach out to everybody who bought something on Black Friday. If there's the ability for you to have a dynamic QR code and you have a certain amount of inventory that you sent over maybe a month beforehand, or you could just change on the spot. When they go over to your site, you might want to say that this is an additional bonus or an add-on to the Black Friday. So they get extra special price. And they have no clue that it might be for an extended warranty, but you're going to give them something else as well. Well, that just takes your customer experience up another notch. And you're also building up your mailing list where you can now, and when people see that, you're going to probably have a higher chance of converting them to giving you your email address. So that's something that you can do. That's on every holiday. So if you're going to Christmas, Valentine's Day, you can change the message or the landing page to be whatever the holiday is. And it might be like a stocking stuffer or something else. With the knives, we had a cookbook, we had 52-week meal plan, something that there was a huge value there. Having this 52 meal and the lot of effort, but a lot of the recipes were provided by chefs that were recruited to use the knives and tag us, and got lots of user-generated content. Now we're just providing that to people who wanted more information. So this, I would say, like in the past, I would say you'd see double sales. You even see more. It's been really tricky. Black Friday and Cyber Monday sales, like last year, I believe, there was one clear winner, and that was Amazon. So Amazon products, I believe the stat was, don't quote me on this, but I believe 68% of sales were through Amazon's own products. So, it's tougher to grab the sale where we had it before. So let's say you get 10% or you get 25%. A lot of that's going to come from your effort, influencers, press, pre-launch or pre-holiday information, external traffic that you're driving, what your follow-up has, or how you've driven and gathered your followers over the year. Did you do a simple live, using those followers? And just not only your live, but like a lady like Gracie, hiring an A-lister or an influencer to show your product, and then seeing if you might be able to get her or their permission to post that in different in different social media outlets. Like you can download, if you do it live, you can just download your StreamYard if you're doing it through StreamYard, and you can just put it onto your YouTube channel. There's a lot of different things that you could do to help with driving sales to your Black Friday sales or fourth quarter sales, and taking advantage of those sales afterwards. The trick is, once you get the person to your landing page, or getting the email, or getting the person to follow you, or the person to like you on your Facebook, in that Facebook group, is to keep engaged and to take action. So if you just sit back and you have really great action or intent, that's all you're going to get. Intent is free. You're not going to make money from intent, but taking action, you're going to be able to reap the rewards. And I think that's so important for people to do. And that's probably the main reason why a lot of Amazon, especially new Amazon sellers, probably fail. I got to go back to guys like Brandon Young, understanding your data. So, if you're putting the money in the wrong keywords, or if you don't understand what's converting or not converting, that could be a problem as well. But I'm just talking about going forward with intentions. And that could be even like yesterday, I told Kelsey, I said, I just started a new course. I am constantly learning. If something were to happen today in Amazon and I stopped everything, I know next month I'll be up doing something that I've become an expert in over the period of the year, and it might not even be e-commerce. But I'm constantly learning, and I highly recommend that if you're part of Helium 10, get on and listen to Kevin King with the Elite Access. Or if you've got, if you're in with Brandon and you have an inner circle, there's so many. Carlo Alvarez with his meetups and his Wizards of Amazon. Constantly learn, and there's a lot of people. Danny McMillan, with his seller sessions. It's a lot of people talking out there, and a lot of great information. Just make sure, though, that the information or the people that you're listening to, how do I say this nicely, are know what they're talking about. So there's a lot of false experts out there as well. So just be careful.
All right, great. So let me see. Again, we have our Lunch with Norm giveaway. That's the hashtag Wheel of Kelsey. If you haven't entered yet, you can still have time. We're giving away one of 3 Honu services. You can choose which applies to you. But we have our Tariff Terminator, which will look at your HST taxes or your HST codes and see if you're classified in the correct code. A free storage for a year for 1 pallet at the Honu Worldwide 3PL, or 1 month of inventory management. So you get to choose. We already have some Wheel of Kelsey's coming in. And yeah, if you have any last questions, we're going to be wrapping up shortly. And you can still let us know. And let us know in the Facebook group how your Black Friday was. We also have a place. Sorry?
It's Black Friday.
Yes, I'm saying
is.
after the sales come in to find out. So yeah, also.
Oh, by the way, I see Tony. I just wanted to say, I don't know if anybody caught up with Tony and me yesterday, but we went live. And I know there's a lot of people that have just come on after my big rant at the beginning, but we I'm going to mention this again. We had something planned for months. We've been working on it, and it's called Lunch with No Deals. And this is why I'm sitting here today. This is our new studio that we've got set up. And I'm going to be going and showing Amazon sellers how to become better Amazon sellers by using influencers, how to reach them, what platforms, what to say, how to comment, how to follow. There's different things you should be doing on different platforms, and also just the do's and don'ts. So it'll be myself reaching out and just seeing what I'm doing right, wrong, what's right, what's, what I'm doing wrong, and what I'm doing just very poorly.
A big thank you to our sponsor, Post Purchase Pro, the only complete A to Z done for you real email and text marketing service built specifically for Amazon sellers. Post Purchase Pro creates all of your digital assets 100% for you, from marketing inserts, complete sales funnels, email follow-up sequences, and weekly email promotions. They manage and optimize everything for you to drive more sales, get higher ranking, and receive more reviews on Amazon. So check out Post Purchase Pro now to see if you too will see enormous growth like their nearly 500 clients worldwide. That's Post Purchase Pro at postpurchasepro.com/lunch.
Okay, so it is time for the Wheel of Kelsey, and hope you guys enjoy. And here we go.
It's time for the Wheel of Kelsey.
All right, so I think I added everyone. You all should be here. And Marsha saying yes, let's do a live. So she is
Awesome.
in. It's good to see you, Marsha. I hope you're doing well and had a fantastic Thanksgiving. And yeah, we'll give this a spin, shuffle it up, and see who today's winner is. So if you are the winner, please email me, kate@lunchwithnorm.com. And ooh, is it Jack again? AKA Dick from YouTube.
Jeez, that's his third.
All right, Jack, you're the winner. You can contact me, k@lunchwithnorm.com, and we'll
Okay,
connect
I
you.
think you missed somebody.
Who did I miss? Oh, no, I missed Chuck.
All right, you know what this
sorry.
means? Add Chuck, and we're going to do a double wheel today.
Okay, 2.
God.
There we go.
I got to
Sorry,
start paying
Afalabi.
you. I got to start paying you.
Afalabi. Sorry. Okay, let's see who the second winner is. Oh, there you go. Look at that.
Okay, there you go, Chuck.
Chuck, you did it.
Uh,
Brian, I'm not sure. your comment didn't show up. I think there might be something wrong on
Yeah, I don't see
Facebook.
Brian's.
Yeah, so I'm not sure about that. Sorry. I think Facebook might have flagged you or something.
Oh.
But yeah, sorry, Brian. I think
Next
we're gonna
time.
give away two. Yeah. But thanks guys for watching, and make sure you give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed today's episode.
You want more of these
And
type of episodes? Because if you do, you know how I am. I'm very long-winded. So just let us know too if you want to kind of go off on different topics.
all right. Yes. So let us know in the comment section. Also, make sure you join our Facebook group, Lunch with Norm, Amazon FBA, and eCommerce Collective. We are promoting any Black Friday deals over in our group. So if you have a special deal that you'd like people to know about, we have a special post that you can post there. Drop your deal and yeah, get some eyes on it. And let us also know what you're buying today. Are you buying anything from Black Friday? Have you seen any good deals? Send it on over. And yeah, don't forget to like this episode. Subscribe to us on YouTube. And I think that's it.
Well, and one other thing, Kels, why don't you talk a little bit about Monday? I think we're going to have an excellent podcast.
Oh, yes. So Lauren Petrullo is coming back. I think she's been on twice now. But she is going to be talking about what to do after Black Friday, and specifically on Facebook and using Facebook ads, how to kind of go into the December sales leading up to Christmas. And so I think it's going to be a great episode. She's got so much energy and just so knowledgeable. And you guys are, if you haven't seen a Lauren Petrullo episode yet, you're gonna love it.
I'm scared.
Also, I do want to mention before we leave, this is kind of just our first announcement about this, but we have a webinar coming up. Going to be hosted from Lunch with Norm. We're working with Seller Candy actually, and yeah, we're going to do how to get out of templated response hell. So if you want to stop wasting time in Seller Central with uses back and forth, we've got this webinar set up, and it's going to be showing you tips, and we're going to give out some resources, and we're going to be with John Cavendish. So we did a webinar before a couple months ago with Vance Lee.
Yeah, just awesome.
With Playground Theory, and we got a good response. So we're going to do this one, and we actually have a Zon Guru one as well. So we're going to do these webinars, give out some more extra value for you guys, and hope you guys enjoy. So you can sign up using this link in the description or in the comments, and yeah, you'll be first to sign up.
All right. I think that'll be very educational. All right. So thank you for joining us this Black Friday. Thank you for just joining us Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at noon Eastern Standard Time. We love seeing everybody back on live. And thank you for being part of the community. These are the new digs. Kind of weird looking at the camera way over there, but so different, but the same. Anyways, thank you for being part of the community. We could not do this podcast without you. We love your engagement in the Facebook group, and have an awesome weekend. We'll see you on Monday.
Lunch with Norm.